Welcome to Your World in Agriculture. I'm Mike McGinnis, and this is November 25th, 2024. We're going to take a look at the U.S. grain export pace, also Brazil's crop weather, commitments of traders, and the USDA supply-demand numbers that came out earlier this month. Also, just some general comments about news in agriculture, but really what this page is supposed to be providing is maybe some news that you can use eventually. We hope to have very interesting guests to interview and to give us insights as to what's going on around the world. But first off, let's take a look at the U.S. grain export pace for corn, soybeans, and wheat. Right now, the U.S. soybean exports for the month of November total 64% of the USDA's forecast for this month. So right now, a pretty good pace for soybeans. Total sales of soybeans 10% higher than last year, but China, U.S.'s number one buyer, has bought 7% less than a year ago. So that's some concern. Probably not a big surprise. But again, right now, as you look at a chart, you would see on an annual basis, this is the time of the year when soybean sales would be going down. U.S. weekly export soybean inspections are running right now 12% above a year ago. Even better news for corn inspections, up 38% versus a year ago. And the wheat pace is even better, up 31%. So right now, the demand for corn, soybeans, and wheat seems to be above averages. We'll see if that can continue. On Monday, the USDA announced Mexico bought 454,000 metric tons of corn. Again, Mexico is the U.S.'s biggest corn buyer, and so that's good news heading into the month of December. Brazil's crop weather is being watched right now. It's probably the biggest factor in the markets as far as soybeans go. And right now, in general, Brazil's farmers have 80% of their soybeans planted. That's up from 68% a year ago. They have 86% of their summer corn crop planted. That's up from 80% a year ago. So a good planting pace right now in South America, in Brazil anyway. The weather was a concern in October, too dry then. Now they're getting some rains, and the month of November is expected to end favorably as far as rain goes. So good rains in Brazil. Recently, in the past 3 to 5 days, a half to 1 inch of rains in some areas. Going forward, in the next 7 days, the models show rains confined to central Brazil, and that is a real heavy part of where soybeans are produced in that country. 2 to 4 inch rains in Mato Grosso, the largest producer state of Brazil, and then also some good rains moving through Sao Paulo, northern part of the state of Sao Paulo. Dryness is expected for southern Brazil and northern Argentina going into the first week of December. Now, week 2, the forecast, we're talking about the early part of December, above normal rainfall for southeast Brazil, drier weather in southern Brazil and Argentina as we go into the first part of December. So again, the rains have been coming and have been relieving some of the pressure in the country of Brazil. Argentina, though, could use some more rain. Now, we move on to the Commitments of Traders report, and this is a report that comes out each week and tells you what the outside investors are doing in each market. Corn, soybeans, and wheat is what we'll focus on, but net in general, right now, as of November 19th, the outside investors and also producers and end users are further short the corn market with 1 million contracts than they are long. They're long the corn market, 870,000 contracts, but again, more belief that this market can go further, can go lower with more short positions. That's what that tells you, that data. Soybeans right now, net, the outside investors, the money managers, and also the producers and everybody combined. In other words, this is an aggregated look at the soybean market. Right now, there are 505,000 long contracts, but even more short contracts. 603,000. So that tells you that the traders believe that the market in this for soybeans could go lower as well. And the aggregated report for wheat, again, the longs, 162,000 contracts, shorts, 218,000. So again, more investors believe that the wheat market could go further as well. Now, that's a quick snapshot of a weekly report, the Commitments of Traders report that comes out. And then also, real quick, the supply-demand numbers for USDA. They were out earlier this month, but just wanted to recap. The USDA dropped its yield estimates for corn and soybeans, believing that the last couple of weeks of the growing season took the tip off the highs of the yield. But again, the USDA's ending stocks estimates still show large crops on hand. Corn, 1.9 billion bushels expected for 2024-2025. The October report was 1.99, so it's down a little bit from the October report for corn ending stocks, but still that number is large. The market doesn't get nervous until we have 1 billion bushels of ending stocks. The USDA is saying we're going to have 2 billion at the end of the 24-25 marketing year. Soybeans, earlier November, the report showed estimated 470 million bushels of soybeans at the end of the marketing year. That's down from 550 in October. Still large, though. Wheat, 815 million bushels, up from the 812 million bushel estimate in October. But again, those numbers still large. So still, if you want to look at the bigger picture here, the USDA is estimating large ending stocks numbers on top of a really large South America crop that's being planted. Some believe that the soybean number could be 175 million metric tons. The USDA has estimated Brazil's soybean output for next year at 169, but there are even larger estimates out there, and that would be, if realized, that would be a record. So again, large crops being planted right now, and we have expectations for large ending stocks, so that all adds up to lower profitability crop markets right now and next year. If you look out for the forward curve and you look at the prices set for spring and summer of 2025, they're still at or below profitability for U.S. farmers. So that's a quick look at the world information as far as agriculture goes right now. Now, keep in mind that the next USDA report will come out December 10th. It's not expected to show a lot of changes, but the January report will show the final estimates that the USDA believes the U.S. farmers grew as far as corn and soybeans go in 2024. So those final numbers usually do move the market. This is Your World in Agriculture. Again, if you like this information, like the page, subscribe to the page, do everything that you possibly can to support it. I'm Mike McGinnis, and we hope to see you again soon.